Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing a custom phone stand for none other than myself. I am using a flat black today. This one was from Amazon, really nice, dark, flat black. Then we have Nightshade from Rolio Pigments, really love them, as well as Lemon Cream, so some really cute colors today. Before anything, I like to go and clean out my molds, because if you have molds, you know, sometimes they like to collect dust and debris. So that is what we're going to do first. The mold that I got, or that I'm using today, is from Shein. This is basically, I think, the same one that I have, but super cheap if you're wanting to do this yourself. I used about 5.5 ounces of resin total. I did black for the bottom part, and then I did like an ombre for the main part that your phone sits on. So here I am just cleaning it up, making sure it looks good. There's no, fuzzies or anything hanging out in there before we pour. And so I'm also going to be doing a logo on this with my Cricut machine. So I'm doing the NRD logo, but the bottom portion I wanted to do black, so that it could match the top part of the NRD when I put that on later. I'm just trying to pour slowly to make sure we don't have any bubbles that get trapped in any corners. Thankfully, because it is a light mold and the color I'm using is very dark, I can kind of see where bubbles might have formed in the corners. So you'll see me here in a minute going through and looking around and making sure there's no extra bubbles that could leave marks or not make my piece look as nice as I want. Also, don't waste resin. Just taking a gander, looking to see, are there any bubbles? First I tried to use this popsicle stick, but it was way too thick. So you'll see me later getting a smaller little silicone stick to kind of get in those corners. You can also use like a toothpick or anything small. Just be careful not to scratch your mold, because it could potentially destroy it or damage it, and your pieces won't come out as nice. And take your time. It takes a minute. It's easier to fix it now than it is when it's all cured and done and you have to sand it and polish it and all that. So just take your time, make sure there's no bubbles, and use your heat gun. I like to use my heat gun, pop some of those bubbles, and I also use an alcohol spray. That also helps get some of these surface bubbles off as well. Now we're moving on to the main piece of this. So I'm doing an ombre effect, or at least trying to get an ombre effect. Just doing a yellow in the top and then kind of like a purple in the bottom, just like my logo right here. Also, don't you just love this color? It's so pretty. They have such great colors. So I'm not sponsored or anything, but if you need some good colors to do your resin or anything, or soaps or anything like that with, Rolio has some really nice pigments. Just trying to make a somewhat even split of colors. Now the fun part. So now it's time to mix. And you'll see me here going through with my heat gun, just trying to pop those surface bubbles, slowly start to kind of mix these colors. It's kind of a play by ear type of thing. You just kind of want to move it around a little bit, get it to where you want it to go, and just kind of be patient with it. Also, I'm doing something kind of controversial here. From what I've heard, you shouldn't use alcohol in a heat gun, alcohol spray in a heat gun, but I personally have had no issues with it. I just use 91% isopropyl alcohol to get those surface bubbles, and then I use the heat gun to get more of the deeper ones. I would just say, do it at your own pace. Try it out yourself. I'm no expert. I just do this for fun and for my Etsy. So do what works best for you. Look at those colors, so pretty. Oh my goodness. Now make sure to protect those guys. I just use a little fishnet from Amazon, or not a fishnet, but it's like a bug net for food. Comes in a pack of 3 and super nice with resin, keeps all that dust out and whatnot. Here I am just designing my logo, or just cutting it out with my Cricut. As you can see, just pulling it off. We had a little mess up in the corner, but I did 2 on purpose just in case. This is probably my favorite part, just peeling off the extra vinyl. So satisfying. Then we just put our transfer tape on the top and we wait for this guy to cure. Another thing I meant to add in the beginning, I didn't fill it up my molds all the way. Because I am going to be doing a clear top coat once I put this vinyl lettering on. So just make sure you don't fill it all the way full. I probably filled it a little bit more than I could have, but it still worked out, so it's good. I just kind of eyeballed this. It's just for me, so it's nothing going to a client or anything. Just put it where I thought it would be cute. Make sure she's on there good. I think I had a couple little bubbles, but I kind of sorted them out off film. Cute. Love it. Now I'm just making sure that there is no dust or anything like that. It's been about 24 hours since I did that last pour. So she is fully cured and I'm just doing a clear top coat over this. Don't pour too much, just, pour little by little. Don't want to overfill it because then you got to deal with the overspill and all that goodness. Just slowly working it into the corners, pushing it all over, and then I will later use a heat gun to kind of help it move a little bit more into those corners and whatnot and fill all the spaces. There she is. Here, 24 hours later, this is what she looks like. Super cute. Loved how it turned out. I really like the black with the black logo. I just think it looks super nice. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.